Hey guys, how's it going? I am back with another video. Kind of crazy because I love being back on here and I love talking to you guys, and I love pretty much making videos, and I love like talking a lot. I talk a lot, but I love, like, genuinely love talking so much. Like, if I could talk all day, I probably could, but I know sometimes it gets annoying, so I'd be like, she's talking a lot, like, make her stop talking. Today's video is going to be about working at Macy's. I've been doing those videos where I talk about where I'm working at. So far I have worked at Hollister, and I worked at Cotton On. So my next topic is working at Macy's right after Cotton On. Because why not? I decided I wanted to give you guys more details as far as working at another place. I've pretty much had like 3 jobs my whole life. Like, all I had was like 3 jobs that I ever worked at, and those are the only jobs that I worked at so far. So yeah, and hopefully you guys will enjoy this video. And if you guys worked at Macy's or Cotton On or Hollister, leave a comment saying that yeah, I worked there before, or yeah, my experience was different. But yeah, so I'm gonna get into the video, and I hope you guys will enjoy this video. And don't forget to like, comment, and follow me on my social medias. And yeah, so let's get started. Okay, first off is I want to say is right after I pretty much Cotton On basically, I would say, cut me off or whatever, or demanded and basically hired me back again. Didn't like work out. Like, I would say it didn't work out. And so now I'm at school. I don't have a job. I have to find another job. So I was pretty much applying places, I think. And so I applied at Macy's, and yeah, so I applied at Macy's, and I was going for as a jewelry person, something with jewelry or something like that. And that's what I was applying for. So I was waiting, after I sent my application in and all that stuff, and then I got like an email saying, I could schedule an interview or whatever. So I scheduled an interview. It didn't even take that long for me to for them to basically send an email or something. I think it took like a week. I'm thinking a week or 2, something like that. But, I got, I scheduled an interview. And then I went in for the interview, and he was like basically saying asking questions, all this stuff, and then after that he basically hired me on the spot. And then he was asking about pay, and then I was like, I don't really know about the pay or anything. I wasn't gonna go high because I really don't know how Macy's work. I never worked at Macy's before, so that was my first time actually working there. I actually enjoyed some of it. It was just maybe I'll tell you the rest. But yeah, so I was like, he was saying like $7.90 or something, and I was like, yeah, sure, I'm fine with that, because I'm like, I don't really want to be like, oh, I'm asking about $10. I don't really know. I didn't ask for that much because I'm only part-time. So I was like, yeah, that's fine, I'm fine with that, because I'm gonna go on. And then he would pretty much say I have to go in for training or whatever, or something like training, or not training yet, but something as far as training on you would have to look at, you would go in a room or something, and it had computers, and it would be teaching you about the store and policies, and something about jewelry, cash, and all stuff, and then something like that for jewelry, I'm thinking. And the thing is, I would have to come in almost every single day, and it was a lot of videos. I don't know if it was a lot of videos, but it was a lot of videos. And I was literally, it was frustrating me, because the one thing that when I got hired, I realized that I couldn't do anything as far as the cash register, because last time I was on the register as working at Condon, it was really giving me anxiety, and I didn't feel comfortable on the register. I don't feel safe, and I don't feel like I should, I don't feel the need to do the register or anything, because I don't feel safe. I don't feel comfortable doing that. And I think it was probably as far as selling stuff for jewelry and all that stuff. and I'm not really a good person at like telling people about certain things. I'm too shy, and I don't want to like go up there and be like, oh, so you see this thing over here, do you want it? To go and do the video, train that, look at the videos. And then one of the girls came in, and she was basically saying, she was like, oh, do you want to do fitting room? And I was like, yes, I would love to do fitting room because it's really easy and I don't have to like work with the register. So I'm like, yes, I would do fitting room. Thank you so much. Fitting room. So I was basically, on first day I was working with like racks and, you know, going basically I was going to the junior side, going to petite, sometimes going upstairs, which is like the dresses and stuff, and you know, maybe going into the men's section, but not really, something like that. And my manager would put me in with like people who are like older, like say people like in their 50s or late 40s or something. And for me I was like, okay, hi, you know, that's okay. But then it started to like, you know, as I started getting used to my job and started working more and working, because you get to pick your own schedule. Like you get to pick like what day you like. They'll put a schedule up on Saturdays and it'll have the days that you want to pick, like what time you want to work. So I usually pick them around like, you know, since I get off of school, I would pick them like 3:30 to something. And then if I want, I can work on the weekends or whatever. Like they'll have them for the weekends during the week. And I would just say Macy's was pretty like chill. Like they were okay. Like, you know, like they were like, I somewhat did enjoy working there, really. Out of all the jobs, I would really say Macy's was pretty, it was a really easy job and it was really like chill. But at the same time, when I was my manager kept putting me with these people, these groups, like older people, it really started to frustrate me. They started literally not get on my nerves, but they would like constantly like they were like, oh, they would just ask, like one of the ladies would ask me, oh, what time you get here, what time you get off. Like, why do you need to know my whole schedule? You need to know what I do. What about you? Like she was, and she barely, not to be mean or anything, but I could barely understand her because she doesn't really speak as much English. And I'm like, why are you worrying about me? But when I would come in, I would have to go upstairs and they would tell me where I would go. So usually I would always be in like the junior section, which is downstairs. I always get put in for the juniors section and the petites. Like the petites were fine, but the junior section, really, I mean, I didn't mind being with juniors sometimes, but like I felt like I always got put in that same section all the time. I was like, can I move around, you know, go into the kids section or something? Like the upstairs section, like I like the kids section because it's close to the restroom, because I constantly, I don't know why, every like 5 or 6 minutes I always have to pee a lot. So, but I always got pushed for those, being with those ladies and stuff and being with older people. But it's like they would like tell me, you know, like I have my headphones in and you know, my hair covered, so you barely know it sometimes. But I have my headphones in and I was working and she's like, oh, you know, let's have your headphones in. I'm like, what? I'm like, well, it's not bothering anybody, is it? I mean, I feel like it wasn't bothering, like if my manager was there, but yeah. But it'd be like certain things like they would say or whatever, like, oh, they can't find me or something, and I'm like, what are they talking about? I'm here. Like, the thing is, when I'm at work, you barely notice I'm there. So, you know, sometimes I'm disappearing. Like I could go in different sections, you know. I'm always in different sections. I always have to like move around because if I stay in a section for too long, I get really anxious in myself, but still work. Like I don't want people above, like, I don't want people on my shoulders constantly telling me what to do, unless it's my manager. I'd be like, yeah, I'm a manager. But if it's like people that I'm working with, I don't need you telling me anything really, unless it's like something bad. I'd be like, okay, I'll work on it, or I'll maybe sometimes work on it. Or they would tell my manager or someone, I don't even know who they would tell. I guess they would tell my manager that I don't work and that I was on my phone and that they're always wondering where I am and like they're just basically saying like bad things, saying that I don't do anything. And it's like, I do work, I listen to music to concentrate. I do not want to hear y'all half the time because I really want to work by myself. Literally, I don't want to work with y'all, not to be mean, but I really don't want to work with y'all all the time. And if I'm around y'all, y'all start to get on my nerves and you start to talk. Y'all be talking to each other and y'all be sending me on y'all phone. So how y'all gonna be like that? And I'm like, what? I do work. I even let, if they're looking for me when I'm working, because sometimes I'm by myself, sometimes, not all the time. Most likely get put in groups. The thing is, I don't like to be in a group. I don't like to be like, I like working with people sometimes, but I don't like to be as far as like working with someone constantly. Like, unless they were like, I don't know. If they were my age or maybe older and they were like a little bit more nice or a little bit more chill or a little bit like, hey, you know, like not so uptight, or maybe not as far as like to the extreme, like constantly telling you what to do, I'd be like, yeah, I don't care. Like, if it was like 2 or 3 people, I wouldn't care. But it was like 4 of them, and it was 4 of them, and it's me, and it's like, no. And then I have this girl, she was working too there, and she said she doesn't like working with them either because, you know, they get on her nerves too. And I just felt like a wall was like trapping me. Like, I do work. You don't see me is because I'm working and I'm folding stuff and I'm on the floor and I'm doing other stuff. Like, I am actually working. I'm like y'all talking on phones or texting and talking to each other. I am working. I just like to work by myself. I want to worry about someone else. I want to worry about me. That's what I'm here for. Working about me and working. And I would tell like the cashier people, I was like, you know, I had to go to the restroom. So as if they're looking for me. Ooh, my battery's dying. No. I would, you know, basically tell like the cashiers, even though they don't work with me or whatever, they do like the register, I would tell them like if they're looking for me, I went to the bathroom, you know, I went to the restroom. So they're like, okay. So I go to the restroom, come back down. I don't know if it was my manager or whoever. Someone was saying that basically saying that they were looking for me, and I was like, what? I told the cashiers that I went to the restroom, you know, like it was just too much for me. Like, I don't know, it was just like, it was not good. So I'm like, I told the like cashier people, and I just feel like they're just telling lies, like basing I don't work. I do work. Thank you very much. I do like to work by myself. It's so much easier and it's less that I have to worry about, and I don't have to like worry about somebody else, you know? You don't want to have to worry about somebody else or anything like that. And then one time my manager, you know, she basically saying that same thing, you know, what they were saying, or something like saying that I don't work or whatever, and that, you know, hearing from someone else that I don't work, and I'm like, I have my headphones in. I told her I have my headphones in, and she basically saying that it's not good to have your headphones in and stuff like that. I'm like, okay. And then I'm like, okay. And then, you know, I was working with her. Just me and her working together. And the thing is, I work fast. I like to like keep it moving, you know. Like, I like to do things really fast, and I like to, you know, I like to be very fast paced. I don't know why I like to go fast. Sometimes, but I don't like to work slow, you know, because, you know, we'll be all day on this section. And so I would tell him like I'm done, you know, and then she'll like, I guess I'll check it or something, I don't know. And she'll be like, oh, okay, so we're gonna go to another section. I'm like, okay. And then I think one time she went upstairs or something, and then I got a call, like basically got a call from down asking if someone could come upstairs to work in the section with somebody, and then they were asking for me, but I was like, nah, no, but not asking for me. They were asking if anyone want to go up there, and then so they were like with who, and they'd be like, with so and so, and I'm like, oh no, I'm not going up there. No thank you, no thank you, I'm not going. I'm staying right where I am. I'm not going up there with them. And the girl, she went up there. There was this girl, she went up there because she was working with me and some other people, and I'm like, I'm not going up there. And she was like, I'll go. I'm like, thank God, because I wasn't going up there. No way, I'm not supposed to deal with them. And sometimes I have timers to see what time it is, so that lets me know if I have to take my break or if I have to go to the restroom or not. So you gotta go to time yourself when you're at work. So my manager, she went on vacation or something like that. So we had this other manager. She was working for somewhere else, but she was our other manager. And so yeah, she was our manager. Well, not really our manager, but she was like the manager watching out for the manager because she was on vacation. My manager was on vacation. And she was saying that, you know, because I was helping this other lady, because I was helping her take the clothes to another section real quick. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna go with you. I'm gonna take this clothes to another section and help her. And so I don't know if I told anybody or not, but I just wanted to go help her real quick. And then the manager, I guess she came over there and she was saying that like they're just saying what they were saying that I don't work and all that stuff. When I know I do work, I do. The thing is about me, you don't notice that I'm here. Like, you know, like I'm very quiet, but you don't notice that I'm here. Like half the time, people don't even know I was in school. You know, same thing. And you know that I'm on my phone, and I'm literally told her straight up. I was like, I'm literally about to like literally quit this job. That's what I told her. I said, I do work. I'm telling you, I do work. I don't know. I said, I don't know what their issue is, but I do work. They're always saying that I'm on my phone and all this other stuff. I told her straight up what I said. And you know, it's really getting annoying, and it's getting like tiring, and it's getting me very upset to the point I don't want to work here, literally. And just like, you know, and all this stuff. And I forgot what she said, but she's like, oh, okay. And I was just like, I cannot work with them because they talk to each other, and you know, they work slow, and you know, like there's just all this other stuff, and it's just like saying that I don't work and all this other stuff. I do work, and I'm invisible half the time. You don't notice I'm here half the time. Like I work really fast. I don't, you know, I like to keep it moving, you know, and all this stuff. So she told me just to stay where I am and work over there. And then there was another manager too, and you know, I was working in a junior section, and for me, I don't like to be in a junior section all the time. Like I don't like to be put in the same section all the time when I come to work. Like I have to move around a lot. So I asked her, I said, do you mind if I like work upstairs in the kids section? Because I really like the kids section. It's really chill, and it's very like, it's a little messy, but it's not like messy. So it's like very like calming up there, and the people up there are really nice and like really nice. Worked up there, and she's like, yeah, sure, that's fine. So I was like, thank God somebody understands me right here. And I'm like, I really like, to be honest, I really like to move around. I don't like to be in the same section for too long because I get really anxious, and sometimes it gets a little claustrophobic downstairs. So it's like upstairs, it's like a fresh air. Like it's, for me, it was just the people, like the ladies really that were irritating me. That was the only thing. For the most part, I really did like it. It was just them were getting on my nerves, and I just hated how the manager would always put us in groups. Because I feel like if I'm gonna be put in groups, you put me with someone else, you know, like put me like, I don't know, like, 'cause I like to work fast, so I'm like, I just don't want to be put with them specifically, because it just wasn't working out for me, and they were just irritating me. I had many like picking like days to work or anything, because you know, I was like this close graduating. Oh my God, I'm saying it wrong. You know what I mean, right? I mean, so I was this close, you know, graduation. I got it now. And so I was like starting to get a little busy, and I wasn't like doing certain things, and I could babysit, so I was trying to like do a lot, and I was almost close to graduating, you know what I mean, graduation. And so yeah, so I was trying to balance that, but even though I was like, I could have still like continue on, like I wasn't really like, you know, like I wasn't picking up shifts really. and like my sister wanted me to start babysitting my nephew, because he was, I think, because he was like getting babysitted by someone else, like my other cousin or someone else. But she wanted me to start babysitting him, and I've been babysitting him since like 2015. So around that time she started making me watch him, and so I wasn't picking up the shifts really. I would pick him up sometimes, but like I wouldn't pick as many because my mom's schedule, like my mom be the one taking me to work sometimes, and then sometimes I would catch the bus sometimes. And you know, I was working too, so I was like, I can't really pick as many shifts because my mom would be taking me to work and I had to babysit, so it's like it's trying to balance all of that. And so, you know, once I stopped picking up shifts or whatever, you know, I guess that kind of like setting me up as it firing me, or maybe because I wasn't picking up shifts, it was like basically, you know, I was like, hey, you know, I can't. And then I called and I was like, hey, you know, my thing is not here for me to pick up shifts. And I was basically saying that since I wasn't picking up the shifts, so it was basically firing me or whatever. So, you know, at the end I was kind of like not as sad, you know. I was like, but I was like, then again I was like, oh, it's okay, you know, because I was babysitting now. I was fully babysitting because my sister wanted me to babysit my nephew, so I had to babysit, and I couldn't really like work really, you know, pick up shifts because my mom would have to take me to work. And then, you know, because even then, back then, I didn't have no license, and you know, sometimes I would catch the bus and my mom would take me, so you know, I would have to figure it out. And plus it wasn't really close to where I live, the mall, so that wasn't really like kind of far in a way. But now that my sister kind of now that my sister kind of lives over there next to the mall, it could have been that way, but my sister didn't live over there till then. She didn't live close to the mall until like last year. So yeah, watching this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed. And if you guys want to see more videos, there are more on my channel, so watch them. And I post Mondays and Fridays, and those are my days where I post new videos. And don't forget to subscribe, and make sure you subscribe to me so you can see my new videos every Monday and Fridays. And yeah, so I'll see you guys in the next video, and bye.